All right. Action. All right. Good morning, everybody. So, this is the vlog aspect of the Raw Nationals prep. So, me and wife are getting ready right now. Everything you see out on the floor is kind of like what I did for the state prep, so I'm not going to go over it. I will be having 4 different shoes just because I actually do have shoes I squat in, and I have shoes I bench in, and the deadlift shoes. And ironically enough, each shoe does not help the other. So, it is a very privileged thing to do, but I'm in the position to do that, so I will. In terms of squat shirts and everything, the same Titan singlet, I'm going to actually squat in the 110 shirt and bench in this shirt because it actually helps with the fabric. They say they're using TSS racks, which is Tesla Strength System. And so I have nothing against those racks. I think whenever I was competing, or when I was looking at Trueborn, the biggest issue that I had with them was that just how small the racks are compared to how my shoulders are. I was hitting the safeties a lot. So we'll be able to go through that with weigh-ins. I do not compete until Sunday. So in terms, you know what I might do, babe?
What?
I might just keep my clothes in here because it'll give you more space if you want more clothes.
No, I don't want more clothes.
Okay, then I take that back. Psych. But I don't compete till Sunday, so I will be getting footage of the venue and everything. I want to see Jamar squat. I want to see Brandon squat. I want to see, I think Bob and Ashton Ruska competing. I want to see them compete. Angelino. And I do want to let you guys know, speaking of that, my coach is actually sick, so he will not be in this video. And I may not even have a coach from what was going on. So I'll keep you guys updated on that situation. He got COVID, and so he's reaching out to the other teammates on the aspect of trying to game day me. And so if, worst case scenario, I have nobody, it will be my friend, or sadly, it'll be my friend Josh. But, it sucks paying for a service that you can't fucking use. So, but that's for another video. If it comes to that. We'll make do. So, we haven't talked about openers really yet. But I think what coach is gonna give me is like opening with like 585 to 600, and then go in on bench, open with like 424-ish, and then open on dev with like 716, 720. And so that will give me enough range to make pretty good second attempts. And the third attempts usually for squat, we don't actually like to go too heavy on squat because it actually impact my bench. Like I did at States, whenever I squatted 612 and I couldn't even bench close to 200 kg 441 because the carpet was ass and because I was gassed. So to combat that, I'm actually going to be getting some honey from the store with some rice. What I had was pretty good. I just had like a little steak, a little meat, rice, and honey, and that actually went a long way. I'm overweight by 2 pounds, but that's good because I can just spit and I could just water fast for like 12 hours and I'll be good to go. The reason why I'm happy to be a little bit overweight is because with me being able to lose the weight so quick, it'll make me feel more confident. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
It'll make me, hold on, let me put my stuff in there. It'll make me feel more confident in terms of like being able to squat, because with me having a small, as big as I am, me having a small frame to be the weight that I'm at, if like the belt, sometimes I don't know, I just don't have a good brace, to be honest. I got some college work to do too, so I'll be doing that while we're on this competition little vacation. So it is going to be a full package deal, and taking care of the wife, of course, because we got a little baby, and making sure she's okay. But that's really it. Besides that, I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm ready, guys. To be honest, I'm blessed to be in this position. My idea for this raw nat. So ideally, this is what I want, right? There's 3 ways to go about it. What I want, worst case scenario, and what's going to happen. So what I want is I want to squat 661. I want to bench 475, 473, and I want to pull 804. That'll be an amazing meet. What I'm probably going to get, or what's realistic is 655 squat. If we want to continue with bench, 468 bench, and a 780-ish deadlift. They'll actually put me at 1900, which is what I want. But realistically, I'm looking at like 1895, which sucks. But to go from 1762 to 1895 in less than like 6 months is astronomical. You know, I really can't complain. And worst case scenario, I just bomb out or fucking get sick or something. I don't really know. Worst case scenarios, I don't think that far because I just know I can perform. So yeah, that's really what's going to happen. So other than that, just want to talk to you guys for a little bit and let you guys know what's going on as I get ready. And we're going to go ahead and get some Starbucks and head down to Memphis, Tennessee. Never been to Memphis. I heard it was extremely dangerous. But at the same time, the same people who tell me that listen to Taylor Swift and drink pumpkin spice. And also are probably religious. So I hate on religious people. But I'm done yabbering. We get ready and we're going to go to the meet.
That niggas do not understand is long route, short route, the money gon' come. That's what that niggas don't understand. Long route, short route, I swear to God, on everything I love, the money gon' come, nigga. That's the cherry on top, nigga. So why the fuck does it matter about what the fuck Kai is doing? Why is niggas watching me? Why?
Okay, everybody. So I don't know what I did wrong. I guess I did not turn my mic on. But basically, I'm talking about how we just got to Memphis and what time it is. It was, I want to say, about 2:30 when we got there, and it was pretty hectic. We tried to figure out where our place was at. We could not, as you can tell, we're leaving the hotel. We could not get into the hotel until 3 o'clock, the latest, and so I went ahead and had her drop me off. 10-minute drive there and back, so therefore by the time she got there, it would be enough time for me to get to talk to the people I needed to talk to at the time, and or to just kind of understand the layout. Once again, I don't know how the fuck this happened, but that's really all I'm saying. And we end up getting into the prime time slot / lifting slot in the next video. We do cut a lot in and out of this video, and I apologize. I tried my best to document as much as I could, but I was battling with being busy, feeling a little insecure, and just some good old powerlifting drama. So, yeah. But God damn, my barber did a good job.
Oh yeah, that's Harrison. Kenny! All right, good lift on 3 and 4.
This is pretty fucking insane, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a really big, really fucking big meet. Looks amazing. Okay, so we're at the Empire right now. I just got in, did a quick bench session in. So I have on here to do an opener. It says, hold up. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to read this real quick. Okay, so we got taper. 1 by 1 at opener. So my opener is, give me a second. Opener is 272.5. So that is 272.5. What the hell? No, hold up. Oh, that's squat. 192.5. Jesus Christ. 425 is the opener. So we're gonna hit that, and then that's it. So this gym is pretty nice, pretty cool people, and the music goes crazy. So I can't complain. Hopefully, you just gotta execute. Oh yeah. So let me hit this, and then we'll get to the bench portion. Okay, all right. 376. Trying to slow them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is it's a nice ass bench. So going from 265, 375 straight to 430. So just because it'll help me with warm ups. This is my third attempt with the rules of it being fourth and fifth set being your top single. So this is my opener, third jump, 430. Second would be like 450-ish. And then fifth will be, or fifth or third set for comp will be 470-ish maybe. I can't tell if y'all can hear me over this fucking music, but it's loud as hell. So here we go. We'll take a cool.
One times his body weight. The bar's loaded. This everybody 669 pounds. It's a world record. 4 times his body weight. Give him a round of applause. He wants to take Taylor Atwood down.
Oh my God!
And the lift is
Holy shit!
world record.
Back and forth daily, take apart what you've been building. Everything you have is to be fed into the system.
Come on, Angelo! 666 pounds! Raise the bar from the depths of hell into the heavens above, Angelo! Angelo, you're on a highway! You're on a highway to hell! Come on, Angelo! The New Testament, the book of Revelation. Angelo Fortino is on a highway to hell. Oh, there it is.
Amazing.
Okay, so it is Saturday. Everything's going pretty good right now. We run into a couple of hiccups, but we'll talk about it probably after the meet. What y'all saw was Angelino. I think it was Angelino and Perk. I think Angelino won last night. I ended up coming back to the hotel after because I actually had to get a couple things for my comp. So right now I'm still a little bit overweight, but I think I can spit it out. I got me a couple of things. So like this is something I always recommend. It's low in carbs and it's high in protein. I'm gonna snack on this have a couple other ones I'm gonna snack on for the next probably like 4 to 5 meals. Just keep it real light. I got me some rehydrations, which I'll probably talk about tomorrow. My whole game plan with all that. But and I'll get me a 110 shirt because I really actually enjoy Kevin, and I had to buy me some deadlift socks from the venue because damn, I had to buy some venue because you have to have deadlift socks. So these are an extra large, and Jesus Christ, these are fucking massive. Let's see how big they come up my foot. I've never bought any deadlift socks, and on top of that, they have a lot of venues there. They have A7, they have SBD, but they don't have a Eleiko, which surprised me actually, because I was really hoping they had a Eleiko. Damn, now I'm an XL. That's crazy. Got on the diabetes socks. I don't know if you can see it. Hold up. Let's see if you can see. My little diabetes sock. But, Jesus. It has to come loose to your shin, so me having a little bit extra doesn't really bother me too much. Just don't want to get in the way. But I probably could use this to my advantage when I put on my knee sleeves. Because I'm going to deadlift in these. I don't intend on squatting or benching in them. But, damn, it's a long ass socks. But anyways, main reason I turned you guys on, pause, just talk to you a little bit. I got to do a little bit of college work, and then I'm going to get down to the venue. I'm going to charge this and the camera, get down to the venue, and record Josh and everything. I'm trying to be a little more tentative this time. It was just prime time, and I wanted to enjoy it. Being a fan, for me, not as much as like recording it all. Keep saying I'm alone. But bench went well, like I said yesterday. That's about it. The rest of that other stuff, the details, I'll talk about probably more tomorrow. But I'm just gonna see how Josh is doing. So we can't get back there. Only people can get back there are the coaches, and you only get 2 coaches for prime time. So that's extremely biased in my opinion. But I guess it's just to keep down the traffic and the clutter in the back. I have not seen them from yet at all. I'm gonna bring my bag and do equipment check-ins. It's 5 to 8, so I don't intend on being down there too long. Come down there for a little bit for Josh, leave, and then come back around 8 or 9 to watch Rondell and all them compete, or Bob and Roos and Keenan compete, and then I'll leave, and then I compete Sunday. So, all right, let me get to this college work, everybody. So we are at the venue. It's really dark, so I apologize. But it is day 3, Saturday, and Joshua's about to go. Wife's right here. She's eating some chicken salad, and because I woke up a little bit heavy, I'm just gonna have this green mushroom right here, and this fruit cup. And then I'm sipping on the 1 bottle that I've allowed of myself with the 0 sugar vitamin water. God, it's so dark in here. There we go. So, overall, the meet's pretty good. I'm really excited for Joshua, and I ran into Quentin, which I see all the time on the channel. And yeah, so I think they start in like the next 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna eat this, and then we'll probably get some footage of Josh and Quentin. So they're on platforms 4. Good morning, everybody. Today is the day. So I do want to preface real quick before I say anything else. Sorry I didn't get any footage last night. A lot of them actually did really good on the performances, but a lot of them did. I don't know what to really say. I just noticed a lot of missed lifts, and I didn't really want to whip the camera out and waste space and storage and battery to like, or battery storage and battery to like record someone fails something. Which I hope that doesn't sound rude, but I wanted to encapsulate the moment and get all the people that matter the most to me. And there were some of them, but you know, you could just kind of see the trend. If anything, I might just post edit some people lifting. You can kind of see what was really going on. But it is 7:03 in the morning right now. I'm fixing to head to Walmart. I went and got some boxer briefs last night, but they are too small for me. So fuck me. This is the OTD, and we'll be wearing it and show you guys off everything. And we'll be going through what we have game plan. Right now, I'm finna start spitting. I am actually underweight, but I just want to make sure, because you know, scales. There's always a discrepancy between scales, no matter what. So we're gonna head to, excuse me, we're gonna head to Walmart and do our thing. So, woo! We worked 5 years to get here, everybody. It doesn't feel like it right now. It feels like I need to take a shit. So.
Start our room. Second round of squats over platform 2. Bryce Scott being the lead operator. 252.
Oh my God.
Oh, incredible. The lift is good.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Good lift for William Chapman on 3. And for Bob Matthews, the lift is good.
And 38 pounds. 838 pounds. Come on, Ash.
Oh my God.
147 and a half going on the bar for Brandon Diamond. And the lift is two couple bunch loaded on 2 for you. All right, give him a big round of loaded on 1 for Steven. $227.5 for Keenan Lee, 501 pounds on the bar. Good lift on 3. Charlie Chang, your lifter on 2. Push it. Give him around 140 kilos on the bar for Bob Matthews. Brandon Blozer lifted on the 1 at 363 pounds on the bar. Sorry, helmet 167 and a half kilos, platform 2. Wow, strong lift for Bob Matthews. 530 pounds. The lift is good. When he starts squatting, come on. Push it, Barnes. Then low. Oh, it doesn't get much easier than that. The lift is good.
Time's up on platform 1.
650.
You
on
got
3
this,
for
come
Quinton.
on!
Spotters and runners and referees. Report to platform 1. Time's up now.
For Quinton, the lift is good. 650.
Quinton Postel,
Let's go, baby!
451 pounds for Quinton. Christopher Patak, 192.5. Strong press there for Quinton. Good lift on 3.
Let's go, baby!
Justin on platform 2, 310 kilos. Oh, Quentin, he's going postal on that one. The lift is good.
Watch how fast he spots this shit. I swear to God damn it, what the fuck?
Rockdown Smith Neely.
Give him what?
Okay. Hello, everybody. So, it's going to be a smidge different. It's been 2 weeks since I've competed, actually. I competed on, let me see. The 19th, right? Yeah. How did I get on that? Did I compete on September the 24th? Yeah. And it's October. It's been 2 weeks, bro. Hold up. I know I competed. Excuse me. Okay, it's been like 2 weeks, all right? Sunday, September 17th. Yeah, 17th. So, one, two. Yeah. So it's been this video is supposed to be here for like 3 weeks, basically. I'm sorry that it has been long postponed. I did not mean it to happen like this, but a lot actually happened meet day, and it just took a big toll on my mental health and just kind of the way I see the sport at the moment. At the moment, I'm no longer going to a gym and or have a coach. And so I do want to say before I get into this, first off, I love Raw Nationals. I got to meet Bob. I got to meet Ruska. I got to meet Keenan. I didn't get to meet Rondell, and that fucking sucked. I got to meet John fucking Hack. That shit, bro, just thinking about that shit gets me smiling because I got to meet John Hackman in person. Dude, that was so fun to me. Cause I'm a fan of the sport just as much as I'm a competitor. Just meeting him, he's such like a fucking cool guy. He's so fucking sweet, man. He's so sweet. He like asked me how I did. He knew me by my name, man. It was so nice. I cannot complain, man. I'm a big fucking fan of John Hack. And so I told him, like, I was glazing. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, bro, every now and then when I'm just like, you know, not in the mood to lift, I watch you versus Brett Gibbs, like 2016. That shit to me is, oh God, I love it. That was probably one of the top 3 craziest things. That, Bob, and the competing. Meeting Keenan too, man, it was just, I can't really compare. John Hack was up there. He's in his own category. It was funny because he was trying to sneak in the back. And the venue people were like, like you where's your band at? I said, nah, you better chill the fuck out. That's John Hack, nigga. Go. Like, go through. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy getting to meet John Hack, man. we just shot the shit for a little bit, fucking around, talking to each other, just kind of get to know each other. Like I said, he asked about me and everything in the sport, and he actually watched me compete because we ended up moving all the people over to the right platform. We have 4 platforms. We went to the second, and so I was the last of last lifters before we had prime time. But anyways, let me get to the topic, man, because I can go all day about that shit. That was awesome. Keenan was so sweet. Getting to meet him, I got a picture with him. I'll post all that stuff, the pictures, everything with everybody. Meeting Bob was nice. Bob was like funny because we took a pic and he was like, "God damn, you a big ass nigga, like fuck." Like, and then we took a picture and I posted on Instagram and he shared and he's like, "Nah, fuck that, we gotta run it back." He was like, "I gotta come to the 125s." He's like, "This motherfucker out angled me." It was sweet, man. Man, it was so nice. It would have been probably the best experience I ever had right now in my moment, besides my marriage, if I didn't compete. But it was just so nice, man. Meeting all those people. God, it was so nice. I wish I could do it again. Now that I'm looking back on it, because it's like, it's hard to explain. Like, now I'll tell you 2 people. I'll tell you one person. Yeah, it's hard to explain because they're so sweet. Keenan's so sweet. I got a picture with him. He was talking about international. Ruska was, because I know Ruska when I was younger. We were catching up on everything about life. It was so nice, man. Okay, let me stop talking about them. So, everything was going pretty good. Jesus, everything was going pretty good meet day. So it was, I want to say 2 or 3 days out before I started competing, my coach got COVID. And he said, "Hey, I got COVID," or my wife has COVID, because we're all friends. He's like, "My wife got COVID, and so I may not be able to come down there." And I said, "Look, go ahead and just get me another coach, because I don't even want to risk you getting COVID, let alone you need to be there for your wife. Like, this is a lifting, this is a sport, it's fun, but like, that's real life, Especially with, my wife being pregnant and everything. I know what it's like to be there, for your significant other." And so, he held out for a little bit. He held out for a day or two. And I want to say like 48 hours out, right? So like around Friday, because I competed Sunday. He had gotten COVID. He contracted it. I apologize for going on my words. He contracted it Friday, right? So he reached out to Game Day Barbell, which is the company that I was coaching under. And he had heard nothing back. And so I come in Saturday. I watched Prime Time. I got some footage of that too. Who did I meet during that day? I don't remember. But I pulled up. So this is where it kind of starts. So I pulled up to the venue. And I start talking to Ashton Ruska. And I'm talking to Daquan, which is a very predominant lifter out of Georgia. And I see Brandon Dunley come up. Bam, bam. I shoot the shit with him because we're in a Discord together, because we're all game day. And I was like, "Hey, man, introducing myself." Because I'm being formal, because I'm born and raised in the South, right? And so I'm unless I do not fuck with you, I'm a very respectful person. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. I do that still to this day to my own wife sometimes. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am, I got you," right? Some people say don't do it because they're like, they work for a living, whatever that cheesy ass saying is. But, just nice to meet you, Mr. Dunley. I'm Quentin Postel, blah, 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 blah. Because I just feel like, it's just respectful, right? Brandon said, "Oh, we know who you are, blah, blah, blah." So Ashton splits off, Quan splits off, and I'm going with Brandon to the seats. And I was talking about my situation. I said, "Hey, I need a coach. Have you heard about it?" And he goes, "Yeah, we know about you needing a coach." And he just ignored me. So he starts looking around. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "I'm looking for game day." And I said, "Oh, okay, perfect. This is time for me to reach out to Joe and just kind of get to know the company that I'm a part of, right?" And so Brandon was kind of being a little bit like, I'm not saying he wasn't being attentive to me, but he kind of brushed off the conversation, or he didn't really I don't know. It just felt awkward. I'm at the point right now in this conversation when I communicate. Now that I look back on it, it made me feel weird. I don't know how to explain how I felt, but I didn't. In that moment, I did not feel excommunicated. So we walk over there. I'm following him. Low-key feeling like a lost puppy. I see Tim. I see Joe, Stanek. I see Nico. And I think Perk was getting ready for prime time or something like that. But I go up and I see Tim. I said, hey, Tim, nice to meet you, man. I'm Quentin Postel. And he just kind of like looks at me. He didn't really shake. He gave me like a limp dick hand. He was just kind of like this. And just kind of like rolled his eyes and like just kind of like this. Like literally was like this to me. And listen, I'm a grown-ass man. When I tell you I never felt more embarrassed in my life than that moment, I felt like I was a black sheep. It was weird. It almost made me feel embarrassed. I was like, did I say or do something wrong? Because I don't think anyone else really picked up on it besides me, because he knew what the fuck he did. And at that moment, it kind of made me feel scared to say something to Joe, because Joe was in the center and everybody was around him, like sitting down, because they're like watching. And I felt like I was trying to like get to Joe because Charleston was like, Joe's not texting me back, Brandon's not texting me back, Nico's not texting me back, Perk's not texting. No one's texting us back in the Discord. And so I said, okay, Matthew is not holding back, texting back. So I walk away and like my heart starts beating. I start getting like I guess anxious or like insecure. I don't know, but I was like shaking. I was like, okay, let me calm down. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I've never felt like this. I was like, why? When I look back on it, I don't know what I guess I just felt like I wasn't. I don't know. I've never felt this feeling before. Like I didn't feel like I belonged. And now, of course, they don't know me, while Brandon said they did, but I didn't feel a part of that family. And I understand you have to build your relationships and connections, and they could have been busy, but the way Tim did me, it really set the tone for like the story I'm going to tell in just a minute. So freaking out a little bit, I called my wife and I said, hey, babe, can you come pick me up, please, from the venue? Like, I just want to get back to the hotel. I'm trying to decompress. Like, you know, like something weird just kind of happened. We'll talk about when I get in the car. So she's like, okay, babe. And so I start walking out the venue and I'm sitting in the corner trying to chill out. And I'm like a little bit panicking because I'm like, okay, what's going on? And like they're not talking to Charleston. I'm trying to talk to Joe and I don't feel comfortable to talk to Joe because no one's saying anything to me. So I keep walking around, taking a deep breath, just chilling. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I started fucking panicking and I don't know why. It's just fucking powerlifting, dude. I don't know, I just started panicking. So I reached out to Charleston. I called him, you know, my coach, and I'm like, "Hey, Tim, like kind of smacked my hand away, like kind of just like brushed me off." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I was like, I tried to introduce myself to him. He like rolled his eyes and gave me like the limp hand and everything. He goes, "Sorry if I'm like talking fast, stuttering." He goes, "Well, Tim's kind of weird." And I was like, "I don't know, man. Like something feels weird. Like are they upset with you? Are they upset with me? Like what's going on?" And he goes, "I don't know." And so like I'm talking like this, and I look over, and I see Joe. He's walking toward me, but he's not walking. Okay, let me reiterate. He's walking in my general direction, but he's not walking toward me. So I'm on the phone, and I say, "Hey, Joe's here. Do you want to try to talk to him real quick?" He goes, "Yeah." So I flip the camera around. I'm like, "See, Joe's right here." And he goes, "Joe." He's like calling for Joe. And I'm like, "Hey, Joe." And Joe's like, because Joe made eye contact with me, but he saw me see me, and he made like the quick, like a dart like this. He went like, he was walking, he went like this. And so I picked up on that, and I was like, "Hey, Joe." And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "You okay?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm looking for Matthew Holden." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then Charles was like, Joe. I had my shit like cranked up, like, "Joe." And he walked off, and I said, "He's ignoring you, Charles. I don't know what's going on." And now you maybe let me finish the story, and you'll understand where I came to my hypothesis on the situation. So I'm like, okay, cool. He's busy looking for somebody. Maybe he'll come back around and talk to me. So wife picks me up. I go back to the hotel, and I'm shooting the shit with Charleston all day. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Blah 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 blah. So I get back. We go to sleep and all that. I spend time with my wife. We go to sleep. Later, so wake up Saturday, and I get a call from Charleston, and he's like, "Hey, Someone responded to me finally after 2 days, and it was Skylar Holt out of the game day. And I was a little reluctant to tell the story because I did not want Skylar to look like a bad coach. He's not a bad coach. He's an amazing human. I love him. And if you are watching this, Skylar, I just want to let you know, thank you for everything you did for me this meet. You're a very good young man, and I'm honored. I was honored to be on your roster that day. Regardless of the circumstances, you stood up and you decided to respond. Okay? So, respond to the call that was demanded, right? Like a little bat signal. So he goes, hey, we got a guy. He says he's going to pick you up. Because it was not me. It was another guy too. And I have a friend named Joshua. And I felt bad because Joshua was my friend who I put on with my coach. So we're both without a coach. So I ended up meeting this Skylar guy, introducing myself. We shoot the shit the whole time during prime time. Awesome dude. Fucking love him. Super interested. Super concerning. Very concerning with my health, my fitness, how I'm feeling, what's my weight, everything. Dude's checked up on me day in and day out. Very good guy. He didn't know any, but before this, I never knew of him, never heard of him. He never heard of me, never knew of me. And so I gave him my numbers, and he was like, okay, well, fuck, I've never had such an elite level lifter before. Like, he was happy because he kind of, it was kind of his like stepping stone to show them what he could do, I'm assuming, with me as an athlete. But like, I could tell he was proud to have me, and I was proud that he felt that highly of me, right? So we shoot the shit one more time, and as I'm walking out, this was before prime time, I apologize. So that's the Skylar situation. Before that, I come to the venue. I start running to Keenan, and then I'm going to get me and my wife lunch. So I see in the corner, I see Joe sitting down in the corner, and he's got, and like I'm really good with imagery. He's sitting out crisscross applesauce, phone in his hand, he's leaning over and he's eating. And so I look at him and I was like, you know what? I got a coach given to me. I didn't feel like comfortable talking to him because I felt like he didn't want to talk to me. And and plus the man's fucking eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go over there and bug him while he's eating. So I go over there to get my food. I walk past because he's in his corner right here. So look, this is the wall. Corner here. This is the lunch table. I'm getting food. And as I come around to pay, we cross eyes. And he gets back to eating, and that's when I knew. I was like, okay, so he knows who the fuck I am. Like, he knows who I am. Knows who I am. And also, he trains one of my ex-friends. I put my ex-friend on with him. Like, I literally messaged my Joe and said, here's kid, take him. So, anyways, which I'm not going to say me and his beef has anything to do with Joe and how he treated me. I'm going to clear that slate right there. It could, I don't fucking know, but I'm not going to, that's a whole different story for another day that I'm not even going to entertain. But Joe knows of me, right? I've given him a client, and I don't even want to say that in that statement because that sounds so like foot in hand, like he owes me something. But no, I had a friend who needed a coach, and I recommended Joe because at that moment, Joe was a very, very high respected man to me. He was my role model. I wanted to be under him because he made fucking freaks. So we walk away, we eat. I meet Skylar. We go to bed, wake up, and it's comp day. So we're going around comp day. I'm getting ready. I weigh in at 270. I get to meet my old coach, Yuli Mujaj. He owns White Toe Connoisseur. He's out of New York. Loving it there. If we catch up, talk to shit, squash beef, whatever beef that we had in the past. And it was nice talking to him too, because it was like a son talking to a father. I've always saw him as like a father mentor, but he had coached me when I was like 3 or 4 years ago, right? And I literally couldn't afford coaching. And so, and he like coached me for free. So dude's a fucking dog. And he did amazing in his performance. But anyways, weighing at 270. And so Skylar has my attempts ready. Skylar doesn't tell me my attempts, which I've never had happen. But it felt good to just know I needed to lift, right? So we go in and we squat 6, smoked it. We squat 640, 637 to 39, and we smoked that, which you'll see in the video, which you just recently saw. And then we go in and we hit 650 because he said, do you feel comfortable with 295? And I was going to tell him 300 kg, but I remember talking to my coach about how I fatigue quickly. I'm extremely rare type 1X type lifter where you guys know I can lift quick and that's it. That's all I got. You feel me? A 2-pump chump, you know? And so, which I didn't relay that to Skylar, but I kept that in the back of my head, right? Not that I should have communicated that with him, but regardless, like I know I burn out quick, and we kind of communicated that a little bit. We smoked 650. I could have easily gone 661. So we go on the bench. I'm chugging soy sauce. I'm chugging honey. And Skylar asked me how I'm doing mentally, and I said, to be honest, right now I'm feeling good, but I'm feeling a little like depressed. I'm feeling a little sad because like I just didn't feel right. And he said, and Skylar was very consoling. He's like, it's okay, man. Like, just take your time, breathe. And I finally got my legs up under me. I felt good. I was like, okay, I'm feeling good now. We got squats out the way. Let's go bench. So he gets me in the corner. We start benching. I opened up with 430, smoked that shit. Opened up with go second attempt, 451, smoked that shit. And then he asked me, he said, do you feel comfortable with 473? Because right now you're in the lead above everybody with your bench. And I was like, well, can we just do something like 468? And so we loaded up, and I just couldn't hit it. I think the pause was a little bit longer, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be that guy to put the pause on them, right? So when we press, I don't lock it out, and so I cramp my back, and I cramped the fuck out of my back so goddamn bad on that bench, dude. It was fucking ridiculous. I got up, and immediately I went to the back, and I'm chugging soy sauce, and I had Skylar take a massage gun and like literally ram it into my back. It was so fucking sore. And so we keep on going, and I was wanting the bar lower to 300 kg 661 because I was like, maybe I need to drop my opener a little bit. Well, Skylar was like kind of more tailored toward like, what are you thinking that you could pull for the win? Because right now you can win. Like, you can get top 3. Because I didn't know at the time, but prime time is considered in the weight class, even though it's a separate session. And so I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, maybe do 300 kg 300 kg or whatever. So we ended up keeping it at like 700 pounds, which I think if I would have communicated that more clearly, he would have dropped it. But I still smoked to 700. There was no problem at all with that. My back was so cramped, and I just hit a fucking wall, dude. When I'm talking about I hit a wall, back was cramped. I was standing there, and my knees were shaking. I had chugged more soy sauce and honey, and I had nothing. And I think what had happened is when I ended up cutting, like I didn't rehydrate properly enough because I didn't cut. All I did was I literally did not eat or drink a whole fucking day. I had like under 2,000 calories because I was like overweight. I was like 283. And I woke up around 278, and then I spent like the last 13 hours. Night before, didn't eat. Woke up, didn't eat. Spit, and I'm waiting at 270. And so I think I was missing a couple minerals or some protein, but I was just shaking, and I was like, I've never had this before. So maybe next prep, I will make sure I do my due diligence to eat properly to where I can be underweight and eat into the comp. So we load up 7:30. He started communicating. He said 7:30, and I pull it. So when I pulled it, they told me that I had like ramping or downward motion. I said, okay, cool, whatever. He was like, Quentin, you're looking good. It looked good. Do you think you can go up? And I said, no. I said, no. I was like, no disrespect. I was like, I don't have anything else in me. I said, I'm tempted to skip it, but I'll go out there and pull it just for the total. And so I go out there and pull it, and I get it, and they call me for ramping. And so I was pretty upset about that because I felt personally that both of them were very solid reps and whatever. And another thing, too, that kind of threw me off was that 2 people during my fucking session broke their leg. One lady snapped her ankle deadlifting, and another man snapped his whole ass fucking femur squatting. So that shit was crazy. But I think the lesson learned from this meet is that we no longer max truly on bench. Our bench third attempts should, if not be 5 pounds to a gym max. No more anything other than that. I could have gone 463, not cramped, and kept the 9, 10, 11, 12 pound difference compared to losing the 12 pound difference and then losing 60 to 80 pounds on my deadlift because of my cramp. Now, I do know the back will always cramp during deadlifts after bench, but ironically, I've never trained bench then deadlift after squat. So I'm thinking there should be some modalities I should start training outside of my lower back and because, dude, I ended up totaling 1802, which is a 45 pound, 50 pound PR, missing all of my deadlifts, right? With the opener. So I can't complain. 1,800 pound total going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 for 9. Fuck out of here, right? So after that, Skylar was talking to me. He's consoling me, making me feel good. Sorry, my ADHD is kicking in, so I'm just going to be talking while I do this. But he consoles me. He's like, you did good, man. And I just said, thank you. I gave him his flowers and all that. I said, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate everything you've done for me. I said, this means a lot. It's like, you stood up. You took the mantle. No questions asked, all that, right? Skylar, and when I say this, I don't mean this in context that he hid it from me. But Skylar eventually was like, yeah, my job for for Raw Nest was to, take care of all the lifters who didn't have coaches or whatever and all that. It was like I really hate saying this, but this is kind of how I felt. I felt like he was like the scrapped lifters coach. Like the coach that was there for athletes who were sick or broken or something was wrong. It was a rare circumstance to where Nico, Perk, Austin, and all them didn't have to worry about it. Which, if he's their working horse or their bottom feeder, man, that sounds so wrong to say that. But he got all the people who weren't elites. And I felt like I was kind of put in that box of a non-elite, even though I'm not, or potential because of just the situation. I didn't want Joe to pick me up. I didn't want Perkins or Nico or Skylar or John. It's not that I wanted anyone to pick me up. It was just the way they went about it, ignoring me, not saying jack shit. Now, I did speak to Austin, not about the coaching, because at that point Skylar had taken me on, but because I'm a fan of Austin. I got a picture with him, but either he knew who I was and he felt uncomfortable talking to me, or he was just kind of shy because we got a pick and all that, but there wasn't that connection with him that I felt with Keenan, Rondell, Bob, Ruska, Hack. So maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much for some people. I can't speak on his behalf, but I didn't really feel that connection to feel safe to talk to him because he was just kind of I caught him by the bathroom, or I brought him a drink. I had bought a bunch of Propels and I had one left over and I gave it to him. I said, congratulations on your performance, Now, it was as I was leaving, so not leaving the venue, but as I was going to the bathroom. So he probably would have said thank you, whatever. But I don't even know if he fucking drank it, to be honest. I don't know where it went, but I gave it to him in general, just as a fan, regardless of a teammate or a lifter, just as a fan, yo, fucking good shit, He never got my name. I don't think it was just weird. Anyways. As I'm leaving, I see Joe and Brandon Dumley, and it was the first time Joe spoke to me. And he goes, congratulations. He's like, hey, dude, you actually put up a solid ass fucking total for what you had. The chip stacked against you, and that's when it clicked. He was ignoring me because why would he not say anything for those last 2 or 3 days? And then no, Skylar has me, still not say nothing. And then as I'm walking away after my performance, say that. And Brendan was beside him, and I was extremely cordial, even though I was upset with the both of them. And I just, was like, yeah, we got to put together next year, and just kind of explaining it's more than meets the eye when it comes to game day prep. And then I ended up running into not Michael Davis, excuse me. Big Body Ferrari, Joey Flex's brother. We talked for a little bit about coaching and everything. And then I ran into it. He was sweet as fuck. He's real cool. And then I ran into what's his name? Fuck. Taller dude. He just won the 125s. We literally were just talking on Instagram. Give me a second. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. His Instagram handle is different than his name. Devin Williams. He won 125s. He was cool, and I was like, we connected real well, and he was just giving me tips on bench because he was like, yo, you got a pretty good ass bench, for a 125. And so we ended up really like kindling a good friendship. And then I ran into John Heck. He bumped into me. He's like, dude, amazing performance. Like, you did awesome. He's like, wow, And it was sweet for them to be so open to me, even though I only told 1,800. But it made me feel special. It made me feel like, I had potential. So before prime time, I ended up getting 9th in the world. And after prime time, I got 12th in the world. And so I got top 20 or 12 specifically with a 6 for 9 performance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 performance. If I would have benched 463 and pulled 750, it would have put me top 5. So I know there's potential. After that, I called Charleston, told him what happened and everything. And he said, yeah. He was kind of upset. Do I think things could have been different if Charleston was there and it wasn't Skylar? I will say I don't know because I do not want to disrespect Skylar's work ethic. But I'm happy to have told her what I wanted. So meet wraps up. I get to talk to Bob and all them, like I was talking about earlier, and then we end up leaving. The next day, I'm heading home, and I get a text from my coach that he had officially resigned from game day, and it was just like, I'm not going to put the text because I don't want to start any bullshit like that, but I'm going to paraphrase in my own words. There was some disappointment on his behalf of his expectations working with game day and that the standards weren't met. And this is my own words, right? This is what he said. This is from what I've collected. Once again, these are my words. And he's resigning and he just doesn't think that coaching's for him anymore. And that almost made me emotional because I feel like because of what happened to me, it crushed his goals of what he wanted to accomplish as a coach. And we called and talked for a little bit because I said, are you okay? He goes, yeah, man, I'm just not cut out for it. I think that him watching me go down like that really crushed him because we spent 4 to 5 years to get to this point. And for it to go down like that, maybe he feels at fault, I don't know. But he just was like, I don't think coaching's for me anymore. And that was it. I got dropped. He communicated with Joe, and so I don't know what they talked about, and I'm not going to speak about that because I have no idea. But he resigned, and so I was coachless, and I'm still coachless. And so right now I'm looking around, and I'm coach shopping, seeing what I can afford because with the baby being on the way, I'm not going to pay over $200 fucking for a coach to give me SBD, SSB, tempo. Like, no, that's no. And yeah, the backlash came whenever I made my Instagram post about how I felt abandoned and everything, and then Skylar tried to do cover up, and I told him, look, here's my number, just give it to Joe. If Joe has an issue, Joe feels this way, feels that way, he can call me. Joe never called me. Joe don't give a fuck about me. Joe don't give a fuck about the situation. And that's what made me feel like. But I'm not upset with that, right? I'm not his priority. I'm not his responsibility, right? Charleston was, and he resigned, and I left the company because of that. What would have happened if we talked to Joe is I wanted to know why I felt the way I did around him And could he either do two things: persuade me to believe him or lie to me enough to forgive him? But there was always a third option, that it wasn't enough. So I guess losing me from the company was a big win for, not a big win for him, but it wasn't enough for him to reach out. Skylar tried doing damage control continuously and I told him, please stop. Like, it's not your issue. It's a me and Joe thing. Matthew Holden of Systematic Strength reached out and says, hey, he gave me fluff. Hey, man, Austin Meat, by the way, we told Skylar to take up for you. But no one called Charleston. No one told Charleston. Like Skylar responded, right? No one else did. It just, whatever. Now, if there's a response video, this is a blown up call. I don't give a fuck, whatever, man. It's not even about that. I'm just telling what happened to me. It really put me off. A couple of days go by. I'm in the first week, and I'm actually thinking about making this video. And then I get a couple notifications on my Instagram, and it's the people from 306 Powerhouse, which is the gym y'all have seen me training at prep. And the gym goers were shit talking me. Reed Hughes specifically, he's the only one I'm going to name drop, not the others, just because he was shit talking me. He said my back cramp, he called me a pussy, told me to cope harder, all that shit. And after losing Charleston as a coach and leaving game day, it really flipped a switch in me that was like, not only am I a grown ass fucking man, but I'm at fault for what I put myself around. It's my fault that I put myself with, a coach that's not really living in Texas with game day. It's my fault that I guess I should have gone harder and made Joe look me in my fucking face and turn me down than it be kind of like I'm too scared to say something. It's my fault that I went to a gym where I knew half the people who worked out there were homophobics and fucking racists, and they all took gear and they competed SPF. Like, all that shit's my fault. And so I'm not going to sit here and boo and cry over knowing how Reed was when Reed was making Ukrainian jokes about fucking people dying whenever he beat a Ukrainian in a powerlifting meet. Like, or Reed makes homophobic slurs all that time on Instagram, or Reed makes fucking Andrew Tate and anti-Trump shit. It's not my fault, but I'm taking responsibility for knowing these things were relevant and choosing to ignore them and communicate with him and have a friendship. But it bit me in the ass. But it's completely Reed. That is a Reed thing. 24, I have a wife, I have a daughter on the way, and I have a house. I'm way older than him. I'm not going to go back and forth. He's a young man. So I don't hold him at heart. But I know that he did not follow me, and he went out of his way to keep up to date with my progress. So he could, even after I out-totaled him with a 6 for 9, drug tested, he still shit-talked me because I didn't pull what I wanted. So he got upset at me for not out-totaling him more than I already did. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. He totaled like 1670, 1760. I did 1800. And he was mad because I didn't pull more to total more to out-total him more, right? So I got really upset with that, and I said, you know what? Not only is the gym 30 minutes away from my house, but I'm tired of being around people who don't love me, who don't support me, and aren't proud to have me on their team, their roster, or whatever. I'm tired of that shit. I didn't feel like I was loved and respected and proud of when I was around game day. I didn't feel loved, respected around the gym. So I said, fuck it. I messaged the gym owner, and I canceled my membership. Now, of course, he asked me why I canceled it, and I told him it was because of my daughter, but in reality, it was because of the environment in which the gym is. He's close to Reed and all those other SPF motherfuckers. But the biggest thing is that I wasn't going to tell him about them because, let's get one thing straight. He owes me nothing. They owe me nothing. But on top of that, I'm not going to put the gym owner in the position to assume he allows that behavior. But he's friends with the people there, those guys, so he knows how they are because I've seen how they are around him. So I feel like he knows what was happening because he was watching Reed's story when he was shit-talking me. So I felt like it was either I tell him what happened with Reed and he goes back and says something to Reed and I get clowned about it, or he tells Reed to leave me alone, and now I look like a crybaby bitch. And so it was better for me, or the third option, he didn't even know. But at the same time, I was just over it. I knew that if I wasn't there, I didn't have to deal with him. I didn't have to deal with them, and it was out of my way. So I quit my membership. I left on a good note. I told him I'm very proud of the gym. I'd love to go back and train there, but it's just, I don't want to be in that environment. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being around homophobes. I'm tired of being around fucking racists. I'm tired of people around who don't support me. I've had a very long year with the Iron HQ shit. I had a very long year with the Kyle shit. Then the fucking Eugene shit. I've had a very long year with prep. And now I'm in college trying to deal with that shit. I'm balancing being a father with my fucking wife. I'm balancing my grandmother being in the hospital. Like, and I'm talking to a therapist now about it. I'll go see her Tuesday. But I've had a very long year. And I just want to leave on a good note of this year knowing that I hit a PR. I told over 1,800. I have a beautiful house. I have so much to be happy about. But these outside forces keep trying to impede on my happiness. And so those are things I'm going to leave. Now, the reason why I made this video was because I want to, and why it took so long is because now that all that's been said, and it's kind of coming to like an end, where do I go from here, my next step with the sport? So right now, I am no longer competing. I am no longer powerlifting. I've quit. I may be training. I may post a video here and there. I'm not too sure. Right now, I'm just worried about my mental health because it's been very hard dealing with the people who are kicking me when I'm down, even though I'm not even down, right? Like I hit a PR. I'm making good money. I'm happy with my marriage. I love my fucking wife, right? I love my life. I've been playing Starfield and going to college. I've just been stressed with the college and just with social media. So, my sights are set, on a competition in maybe a year and a half with IPF. I've decided, I think I said this before, but I've decided to go IPF because USAPL, there's too much clout and politics for anyone to stand out. If you're not GBT, then you're game day. If you're not game day, then you're swole. If you're not swole, then you're flex. If you're not flex, then you're fucking crafts. And so I'm just tired of it being team based. I want it to be individual based. Every single IPF lifter gets clout and attention. And I'm not doing it for clout or attention, but I want to redefine myself, and I can't whenever I'm a game day athlete and I'm with the game day boys and I don't even feel that. So I want to go IPF, and I just want to do me. I am making a home gym so I can train at home and be in an environment around my wife, my daughter, and I could be there as a father and be present and be around people who love me, where I feel welcome and where I feel safe. So that's really where I'm at right now. And this might be the last video for a while. I don't know. If I make another video, I make another video. You might see gas or trashes here and there because I like doing those with my wife. And I find a lot of joy in experiencing and going through life with my wife. You know, tasting foods and all, and all that whatnot such. But that's really it. For closing, I want to say thank you for everyone who supported me and liked my comments and subscribed and just been there with the iron bullshit. And like I said, the Kyle and Eugene and the fucking 306 and just all the other shit that's been going on this year. I thank you guys. It has been a very long prep. I started prep early in January, did my states, came down, now I'm doing Nats. Now I'm finished with Nats, and now I'm just chilling. I will not let this get me down, guys. I'm speaking from a position of vulnerability and hurt right now, but I still know who the fuck I am. And I know that the number one thing this has taught me is that I have fucking haters. I have ops. Like niggas be like, oh, I got ops, I got haters. These motherfuckers are watching my meets and shit talking me, even when I total 1,800 kg, or 1,800 pounds. Motherfucker, what more do you want? Like, damn. I would have pulled 716 and be like, ha. He pulled 716 in the gym and he pulled it at the meet. He should be pulling 800. He wanted 800. Bitch, of course I wanted 800. The fuck? Like, duh. Anyways, I'm talking to a therapist because for me, I want to learn how to deal with the stress and the impending doom. Because it's not that the haters get to me. It's that I'm trying to learn how to kind of brush it off, right? Because it's fake accounts. It's people going away and make fake accounts. It's people that go out. That's why I thought about deleting Instagram. Is because if you're gonna come shit talk me and call me an N word or F word or a Trump's this or that or whatever, at least I get the view on YouTube. It converts to revenue. Instagram, it doesn't. You know. And I really want to see. I'm trying to be less accessible as an entity, right? I know that I'm slowly becoming more of an entity in the sport, let alone my area, and that's what brings more eyes on me, negative or positive. And so I'm at the point now where it's just like, well, if it's gonna be negative, positive, I just want to be a view no matter what. And on Instagram, I'll get 5 to 10K views on a video, and that doesn't convert to revenue. To where if I got 5 to 10K on YouTube, that's starting the revenue. So I'm thinking about getting rid of Instagram as a whole. Just because if people are really committed to me as much as they say they are, they'll watch my videos like this. And I feel like this is easier. I can make a video, I can comment, respond, and I can go with my life. I feel like I made myself too accessible in the last year with social media to where people feel safe and comfortable not only leaking my fucking address, but shit talking me. Like everyone gets shit talked, but with Instagram, it's more easy to get to someone than it is YouTube. So there's a pretty good proverb someone sent me. I love it. And it goes like this. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. African proverb. Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. And so I know that whatever I'm going to do is going to make my wife happy and my daughter happy. And so now it just comes down to learning how to be a sponge and absorb that. I'm too worried about responding than leaving it alone. And hopefully therapy can help me with that. Help me learn how to brush that shit off. Because I got that dog in me. And when I mean I got that dog in me, I'm petty enough. There was a dude who made a fake account to message me, and I found out who he actually was. I shouldn't be going that invested, right? If I want to grow in the sport and make a name for myself, this shit is powerlifting. It's the most minuscule fucking shit ever. And I'm letting these dudes who I bench their squat bother me. These 5'9" manlets on roids competing SPF bother me, right? They have nowhere near my potential. You're watching the video right now, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And so I got to learn how to do better. And I'm going to be better. And that's what I'm doing. Because people think going to therapy makes them weaker. Well, no, therapy gives you the tools to be better. And if I want to be better physically, I got to be better mentally. So on that note, I'm getting the fuck off of here. I'm going to edit this and get this to you guys this week. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you got any nice proverbs, drop them below. Or any sayings, drop them below. And I really appreciate you that support me. I'm about to play some Starfarer and eat some fucking glizzies. Peace out. 1,800 pounds, baby. You walked around 1,800 pounds. Raw max. IPF Worlds are coming to you 2020.